Y'all, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigation Miles Edgeworth. Sorry that we ended earlier last time, but y'all, I am ready to do this because I think I have a good idea maybe of what's going on. I'm not going to say for sure because so far this whole chapter has thrown me for a bit of a spin, I gotta be honest. But I think someone's about to... Ma'am. Ma'am, can you please? This chick... Come on, cousin, it's time to wake up. Yo, girl, I got a line of questioning coming your way. You better straighten up. Miss Meal. Boy, is that the biggest fucking mood of the century. Do you recall what you said earlier? Edgeworth, I don't think she recalls what she said like 2 seconds ago, if you want my opinion. About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa. Huh? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Laughing is causing me to cough. We're all doomed. We're so doomed right now. That is exactly the answer I thought she would get. You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at the time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. She's gonna be like, huh? Oh, mostly the same. Oh? Miss Chamomile. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. Oh. Not, you know what? That's an innuendo, but I'm not gonna go there.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time.
Oh, Edgeworth's underwear just went flying. Yeeted.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction.
Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. Oh, I can only imagine that this is going to be good. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
In so many words. Yeah. Oh. Girl, you cannot keep falling asleep. Get your ass up. Ma'am, that is not a testimony.
Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
What? Wait, what? What? That was it. She was in the flight attendant's room by herself. That was it. What? Girl, you are in some trouble, I think. How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up. Oh, she fell asleep again. Honestly, I can't even be mad at her, because that's been me this whole week. I'm nothing but sleepy. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Oh, Edgeworth, I was wrong about you. I didn't think you were into that, but I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. Alright, it's buttle time. Well, how the hell are we gonna do this? It was 2 statements and they were exactly the same. Fine, we'll just press everything. Wait, you can press this? I kind of want to do it. Hold it! That wasn't even a statement. Oh, it's just him telling her to wake up.
I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Girl, you got the whip? What you talking to me for? You do something. If I do it, it's gonna be harassment. If you do it, it'll just be, I don't know, less harassment?
Look I like them standing together though. Look at that.
They look great. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? Why am I Edgeworth? That's what I just said. Alright, from 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Woman. If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class on the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4.
Yeah, was she not helping with that at all? Yeah, that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
Wait, does she do everything around here, girl? Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating and having a most delicious dream.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping is part of our job too, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm doing it.
It's stupid, but I'm doing it anyway.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up.
Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake. Brr.
Oh, Franny's getting so angry at this. This is the best. Oh! Oh, poor Gumshoe. Oh, no. What'd you whip me for, sir?
Ah, what did I miss?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead.
Really? Oh, sorry about it.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Oh no, poor Gumshoe.
From 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. So she's just saying that she was there the entire freaking time. So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi.
Not even... Wait a minute, not even Miss Tenero? That can't be right. Wasn't she in there for something? I don't remember. Do we even have anything that says that? I don't think we do. Cargo... Testimony, the suitcase. Oh, wait a minute.
Bought in the in-flight shop and left in the attendant's room 5:40.
Girl. Why the heck you lying? Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Right in her face. Miss Mill, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6. That's it. Holy shit, girl, you are bad at lying.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mill.
Huh? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40, Miss Tenero.
Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Girl, you might want to button up. I'm just saying it's about to get cold in here. No? Okay. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to first floor in-flight shop, correct?
Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Mill there at the time?
No.
Who do we believe, though? I'm assuming we're going with her. So, Miss Mill, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6? Oh, shoot, what's happening to her? Girl!
Oh my god, you need some freaking coffee or something.
Miss Chamomile.
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. What are we gonna
You don't believe me, do you? But please, why don't you give me a chance and hear me out?
do? What, you got more to say now that isn't you just snoring? Reason for suspicion, alright? Let's hear this.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of likes... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Oh. She probably liked you until that point. Well, now's not the time for this sort of talk. When is the time, Miles? When is it? Alright, it's Buttle. Let's Buttle it. I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. Doing it all. That's what we do. No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Mostly because you lied. Your statement regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
Ah, but say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
I don't know if you lied about stuff, maybe. You think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too.
Okay. She is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me, too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. Me, a killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it? What did you mean?
She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know.
Alright.
Tell me more about that.
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
But I spend so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility.
Wow.
Mr. Edgeworth Cammy is very talented in languages.
Really?
So she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She is the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant? Something gross.
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Wait a minute. Documents?
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Hang on, what am I thinking of now? What about this? This thing that we think is a fake. Document in Borginian says the statue was loaded on board in Europe, but the statue is a fake. Right. We can't read it. She's in charge of something like this, right? Maybe she can read it for us. Maybe she can tell us something about that. Very interesting. Miles, are you onto this? If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Wait a minute, what was the last statement? She's the one in charge of the elevator key card in the shop, you know. Alright. Alright, press this part then. Let's see what she has to say about this. Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime. Uh-oh, what? Franny, what?
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. What the hell's wrong with you? I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer.
Oh. Don't even compare me to him. Huh. But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any work aboard this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well... all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Oh wait, she didn't say that before, did she? Oh... wait a minute. Borginian stuff. Well then, can we present this now? Document in Borginian... I'm gonna try it. I don't think it... oh, it was. I didn't think that was actually right. Okay. So, you're the only one on this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Oh. Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
Oh, look at... aw. Oh, she's kind of cute. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh, you signed off on that, did you, Cammy? Oh, this music, yes! This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Uh-oh. No? Nothing. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred.
Oh shit, I thought she was gonna freak out, but she's not doing anything.
Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Oh. Girl? Uh-oh. Girl, what are you doing? You vaping in here? What the hell is happening? Oh, she's blowing bubbles. Thought she was smoking up a jewel.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What's happening? This better not be another Dahlia Hawthorne situation where she got two personalities. Girl, what are you doing right now? What's happening?
It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on the document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation, after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Oh damn, girl, that's a big bubble though. Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Well, wait a minute now.
Excuse me. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection! Girl, get her. If you weren't involved in the smuggling, you would have had a strong motive to kill.
Agent Hicks was in the middle of investigation regarding a smuggling ring, and when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda's in the smuggling ring, member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things in the plane for work purposes.
Oh. Girl, don't you blow your bubbles at me? Huh. So perhaps there's some element of a setup in play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Boop. Oh shit. Don't you splatoon your shit at me. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My coughing and sneezing, it's still out of control.
I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. What do we have? Travel wallet, crime scene notes, the magazine, the footprints, the piggy bank. Piggy bank is one of the things I want to get, but also the suitcase with the body in it is probably... It's probably this or the bank, but I think it's this. Because this was the thing that tied her into the whole thing, especially bringing it back to the room. Is it this, though? I'm gonna do it. If not, it's the other one. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? That's right, that's the only way they could have moved it. Uh-oh, girl, you need to stop vaping, it's not good for you. Also, don't pull on his little face. You leave him alone. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But, should her suitcase be switched with one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Oh, and the poor Byakuya got smushed in there too. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to the plan. Oh girl. Tuh. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case.
What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone?
Ugh, I'm so sorry. That was me coughing and thinking while I was coughing. That's why there was a pause. Alright, what special circumstance? Where it took place, when, or who the murder victim was? I think this special circumstance is, Ooh, there's two I could do. Not really when, because... Honestly, it's easy. Not when, because they just did it when it was possible. Who, we obviously know it's because of the smuggling ring, so I'm gonna say where. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So, no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you, and you alone, could be the killer.
And?
Oh my goodness.
Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
I mean, Edgeworth, do we have anything proving positive? Uh-oh. Oh, the music's getting fancy. You know what that means. It's time to pull a phoenix. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. This is it. This is gonna be the part right here where we tie it all together. I know it. And there isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still haven't fit into the big picture. What haven't we used? It's something we've not used. We've used the wallet, we've used the crime scene notes, we've used the magazine, we've used the footprints, we've used the piggy bank, we used the photo for the eyes. Have we used the phone? Suitcase receipt, the autopsy report, the certificate, the clock. It's the phone. Have we even used this? The victim supposedly had one, but it has gone missing. Did the killer take it? Right, we don't even have it. You know, I forgot for so long just looking at the photo there, thinking like, oh, well, we had the phone, but we never actually recovered the phone. It's this, isn't it?
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence,
I thought not.
but that's because it went missing, and still is.
Missing?
What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Haha, come on, get serious.
What's wrong, girl? Girl, I'm always serious.
If the victim fell to his death from the height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? He's gonna have Francisca call him. I bet. Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
Girl, do it. Dial it up. Oh, look at Franny's cute little phone. Her cute little Nokia. Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir. Girl, if that is up your dress, I swear to God, I ain't going to get it. I hear it, detective. Now where's it coming from? How can we... Is it coming from her? She's sleeping. Miss Mill, wake up.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child.
What? It sounds like a damn phone ringing. Will it get louder the closer I get to it? So far, no. Miss Tenero?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Miss Tenero. I'll get to the bottom of this and find the truth. So please, wait here until I return.
All right. Thank you for all you're doing, Mr. Edgeworth.
Frenzy?
It sounds like it's coming from the flight attendant's room.
I agree. Please don't hang up just yet. Let me find it first.
That's fine, but let's get one thing straight.
Yes?
Don't you dare answer his phone when you find it, understand?
I understand that you don't want to pay for the coal. Oh, it's upstairs. Okay. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's loud in here. Alright. Right. The ring is coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Locker? The open one? The ringing is coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? This one? What? It can't be. There it is. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. Oh no. Did she pin it on her, though? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. This is not good. This is not good. How are we gonna spin this? Girl, you did something, though. Because I'm suspecting you now.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
Somewhere where you planted it, no doubt. I found it in the flight attendant's room, Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But... Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait a minute. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
What do you mean? Girl!
This is related to the keycard, all right. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that.
Oh shit, we need to find that card as well.
We still haven't recovered that, have we? The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore.
What do we do? Oh no! What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? They must have something very incriminating on or in it. Can we look at the phone? Stop, before you take her away.
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Let's look at it, alright? Let's, Well, this is obviously broken. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with it. Well, at least it picked up the call. How about the back side of it? There's a camera. Maybe there's a picture on it or something. Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Probably to take photos with the phone. Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir.
Yeah, he's a boomer.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for a smuggling case? If so, I say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler.
But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super or prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Edgeworth, true, you didn't even know if we could take pictures. I think we're fucked. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Objection! No?
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Girl, you're gonna get a virus, so let's do it. Francisca, your phone if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
What we got? Oh! That looks like this cargo hold. This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for a smuggling case.
Hey, the Alfred's nowhere in this pic, sir.
It's true. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Oh, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? No, surely there's something here. Let's look carefully. Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Let's look carefully at it. Can we examine all these things? Bed sheets. Oh no, Bixby, I'm not talking to you. Oh my god, sorry, that was my phone. She thought I was talking to her. Girl, please. Can we examine all these things, or are we on a time limit here? I can't tell. These look like they're nailed down with something here. I'm looking for anything that looks suspicious. Here are the suitcases which we can examine. We can also examine this, the bed sheets, which I think this box is still in there. I think we saw a bed sheets box earlier. And these, which I'm not sure what these are doing. These are the ones they must have moved. The guardrail looks exactly the same as it does now. That rail is entirely too low. I even almost fell to my death. However, I was saved in a miracle-like manner. Perhaps that is what to run away from death by the skin of one's gum means. Try to narrowly escape death by the skin of one's teeth, Shakespeare. Now then, there must be something in this photo. Oh, okay, we can examine everything. That's good. Let's examine the suitcases as well. The fact that all the suitcases are here in this photo is odd.
Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being here?
Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then.
Your off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh. I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening. Deafening objection and contradiction.
Let's find it. What about these?
What's all this?
Because those weren't there before, were they? This is where the thing would be now. So where did these go?
What are you pointing at? Don't put your finger guns at me.
Oh, they are cargo shipped from Boginia to Zengfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zengfa? Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says, yes, that. Whatever that says. It is cloth in English.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had to blow my nose. Cloth, could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What is for that scary face?
Miss Meal?
Yeah?
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
Oh, wait a minute. This is where she got the cloth from.
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Ha! Maybe you should force your way mistaken... Oh, maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. It's the cloth. She probably got it out of that box, right? Because otherwise we thought it belonged to LeBlanc, but I don't think it does. It just matches what he's wearing, right? All right.
Take that.
Let's try it.
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me the whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zingfar had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is.
She's the only one that could have read it and knew what it was,
other than LeBlanc, who wasn't here. And this is where the killer grabbed up a piece from to clean up the blood with. Oh girl. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camomile. Who's holding it? Girl, you can't hold it. Leave him alone. Stop pulling on him.
Ha! That's pretty flimsy.
Oh shit, Edgeworth's heard that before. Wait, what?
The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
I don't know about that. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Oh, of course! Bed sheets, because you can read them right here. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness me, Miles, you're right.
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zangfa?
That's right. That's why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. Oh shoot!
Ugh!
It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zangfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes.
Ugh.
Oh girl,
Say it ain't so. I thought you were so cute.
so what do you say, Miss Mill? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zangfa?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Uh-oh, girl, stop vaping!
What did I just tell you?
What's happening? Whoa! What is...
Oh, their bubbles are popping in her face.
Oh my goodness me, what is happening here?
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
She pushed him.
Yup.
And that's that. Alright. My goodness. It's always the cute ones.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, detective. What about smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her, dear.
Whenever we even approached the top, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
I wonder if this is gonna come back later, like at a later date probably. You know how these games tend to do that? Like one of your beginning cases has something, and then later on in the series, like down the road a few months, something else comes back. Bet you that's gonna happen.
Rhoda, girl, you're alright.
Mr. Edgeworth.
You were innocent after all, darling.
I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
Oh, that's... Give it to Gumshoe. He wants it.
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at iFly Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, except for one of them, but don't worry about that. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go.
Aww, she was good after all, I'm so glad. Thank goodness for that. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, it was fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. This all happened in a day? Oh, took us forever. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's filing out some papers at the departure. Something. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding a case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. What are you doing, Edgeworth? You going with her? Well, that would be wonderful. All right. Franny, you all right? Francisca. Yes! Here it comes! I like this version of the song. It's her version. I love it. It's just a little bit different. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Tuh. Only until a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing period, living her life on name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there is another agent on this case with me. Oh? Another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, is this going to be the only time Franny appears? Oh, I'm sad. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Oh. Is that an innuendo? No, come on. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Oh, listen to this! I love it! All these remixes! Oh, I'm dying. Thank goodness, I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. It was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Oh my god, poor Gumshoe. Edgeworth, please help him. Someone help him. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Alright. Thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Oh, I thought so. Okay. Oh, hello. Wait, hang on, guys. My phone. Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Who is it? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? Is it Amano or Amano? Anyway. So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. If I'm supposed to know this guy, I totally forget who he is. Who is he? Oh, shit, we won't know, because it's the end! Well, in the next one, guys. Holy crap, that was great! It really wasn't bad. The kidnap turnabout. Oh, that's probably going to be good, huh? Well, in the next one, we'll start that. Wow, I really am liking how this is shaping up. I am so happy we got to see Franny. So maybe we'll see some more great new characters in the next one. I hope so. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Toodaloo.